Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Final Fantasy XIV playthrough video. This video is going to be pretty spoiler heavy, so those who aren't caught up yet, here's your 5-second warning. Okay, last episode, we completed the Crystal Tower quests. Finally, we sealed off the tower by way of Graha locking himself in there after rediscovering his royal elegant blood and putting the tower in a deep slumber for like 1,000 years or whatever. Meanwhile, in the last main scenario quest, patch 2.5, we said farewell to Moonbreeder, who sacrificed herself to destroy that pesky Ascian Nibriales. But yeah, I guess like we'll see what comes of all that in this one. But if you missed any of those and want to catch up, be sure to check out the Final Fantasy XIV playlist in the description below, or you can click up there. This episode is the finale of all the Realm Reborn content, leading us into the first expansion, Heavensward. I'm super excited to get into that, but not before we finally find out what actually happened at the Calamity in Cartano with the Coils of Bahamut. All of that's coming very, very soon, so be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications by hitting the bell so you don't miss any new uploads. I appreciate it a lot. Let's do it. Have you a moment to? I believe Yda wished a word with you. I should consider it a personal favor if you would lend a sympathetic ear to her troubles. She has not been herself since Moonbreeder's passing, and my heart aches to see her so downcast. Hey, it's too great. Oh, it's no use. I'm trying to stay positive, but it's just hard, you know? The thing is, I know Moon would tell me off if she saw me moping around like this, which is why I decided to cheer myself up by getting her a special flower. I placed an order for a moon daisy with Rowena a little while ago, and it's ready to be picked up. The trouble is, I find Rowena a bit difficult at the best of times, and, well, this isn't one of them. I know it's silly, but I just can't face it at the moment. So I was wondering, do you think you could maybe collect it for me? I have the coin to pay for the flower right here. Thank you so much. I'll be waiting for you and the daisy at Wrathfrost. Aww.
I'll never forget you, Moon. None of us will.
This guy.
The song riseth to a crescendo.
What song? Is that good? Is that bad? I never know with this dude. Okay, well that's not good. So... oh yeah, the attack. Shit. Yeah, we should go up to Coerthas. They're gonna get wrecked.
Is that what I think it is?
Hello, can you hear me? We have received grave tidings from Ishgard. Pray return to the Rising Stones at once.
The envoy is here. Ha. I thank you for receiving me at such short notice. Time is of the essence, so I would forgo the usual pleasantries, if I may. Certainly, you come with news of the Dravanians? Aye, the dragons have begun their attack in earnest. The first wave reached the Central Highlands a short while ago, and battle was joined soon thereafter. Sir Aymeric himself sallied forth with a contingent of temple knights and several companies of the noble house's finest. Though the beasts were ultimately forced into retreat, our victory, if it such may be called, came at the cost of many of our own. Too many. We will not withstand a second wave should the Dravanians renew their assault. You paint a grim picture, my lady. Is it reinforcements you seek then? We do. Though it pricks our pride, it is plain we cannot protect Ishgard with our ranks thus thinned by the Horde. Sir Aymeric would meet with you to discuss the possibility of enlisting your aid. Very well, I shall depart for Coerthas at once. I must warn you, however, that the involvement of the Crystal Braves is by no means assured. Our commitment to quelling the unrest in Ul'dah must take precedence. It is with such contingencies in mind that I must make another request. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are known for sharing close ties with all three of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Would you consent to plead our case to their leaders? Though I will gladly appeal to the Grand Companies on your behalf, I dare not promise a favourable reply. You need say no more. Considering our past dealings with the Eorzean Alliance, I can well imagine how our plea will be received. With the fate of Ishgard hangs in the balance, we must explore every avenue still open to us, no matter how unpromising. I see. Very well. I shall send envoys to each of the allied nations and have them present your request directly to the heads of the Grand Companies. In the event that your plea does receive a favourable answer, know that any support is certain to be conditional. Demands will be made of Ishgard. That is only to be expected. Rest assured that I speak with Sir Aymeric's authority in this matter, and that our actions are fully sanctioned by the Holy See. Okay. Which brings me to my final request, a personal appeal to you, Warrior of Light. The Lord Commander much desires to speak with you regardless of your fellow's involvement. You faced Midgard's armor and survived. Anything you can share of your experience may yield us an advantage over our foe. Sure. Thank you. You wear the mantle of hero well. It would seem the road leads us both to Camp Dragonhead. Seek me out when you arrive. We can't go together? I'll drive. Dang. It looks like it's been destroyed. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the bridge in Demon's Souls. With the dragon that comes over. For some reason. Obviously dragons. It's her. What is she doing here? Oh yeah, she was the one that told...
The sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. Only then will the cycle be broken.
She was the one who told me to go to the Keeper of the Lake. So she knew, I guess, that this would happen. 'Cause she's quoting this too. Which he told me. What the heck is this thing? Wow. Is that like a shield?
Brothers and sisters of the heavens, we raise our voices and join you in the chorus. The sinner's feeble magics are undone. Come, claim your retribution.
What? Oh, she's commanding them? What a bitch! It seems I was the swifter two. You too, however, arrived with time to spare, for our host has yet to make an appearance. The murmurings about camp tell us some manner of trouble at the gates of judgment. In the Lord Commander's absence, I suggest we visit the place and find out what is afoot. So it seemed the heretic struck the first and most telling blow against Ishgard. Scions, we expected you at Camp Dragonhead. My apologies, we chanced to hear that there had been trouble at the gates, and thought it prudent to investigate the cause. Then you have learned of the heretic's treachery. Lady Iceheart led a force of her followers against our defenders, and came close enough to dispel the first of our wards. So that's what she did. But let us speak more of this back at the camp. Sir Aymeric awaits you. I thank you for coming with such haste, and apologize for my absence. Suffice it to say, Lady Iceheart and her heretics have much to answer for. Yes, we are but recently returned from the gates of judgment ourselves. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience. On the contrary, Master Alphinaud, I think it more important than ever that this meeting take place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgard's walls the moment our business is concluded. Before we move on to the subject of reinforcements, however, I would introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally, Scion. Thought it said Einstein. Damn, he looks pretty badass. Holy shit, he does look badass. May I present to you Ishgard's Azure Dragoon, an impressive title. Though I confess, I know precious little of the Order of Dragoons. They're formidable warriors all, yet even among such masters of the lance, I'm just gonna call him Einstein. Yet even among such masters of the lance, Einstein is without equal. He, out of all the warriors of Ishgard, was chosen to wield the power of dragoons, and may thus contend with any Dravanian. You flatter me overmuch, Lord Commander. So you are the adventurer of whom they spoke. I see now why my blood flare sighing in anticipation of our meeting. Well, now that we have all been introduced, let us proceed to the matter at hand. I will share with you what we have learned of Iceheart's design and confessed by the heretics taken captive after the assault on the gates. It would seem that Lady Iceheart and the Dravanian share a common goal, the reclamation of Nidhogg's stolen eye. Nidhogg, one of the 7 great worms. His name features prominently in your nation's history, though once defeated by the hero Haldrath, the beast is said to have terrorized Coerthas since Ishgard's founding. Aye, many are the scars our walls bear from Nidhogg's relentless efforts to raise the city. The trophy Haldrath plucked from the beasted worm's skull, known simply as the Eye, is a treasured relic of Ishgard and one possessed of untold power. Should it ever be returned to Nidhogg, the dread creature would be restored to the height of his strength, and then no wall or ward we could erect would be stout enough to deny him. My vengeful son hath waged war against Ishgard for 1,000... Oh, this is Midgard somewhere. My vengeful son hath waged war against Ishgard for 1,000 years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depths of his rancor. The eye itself is secreted deep within the vault. It is kept under a heavy guard, surrounded all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See. But those stout walls and sharp blades may suffice to discourage the heretics. The dragons are another matter. There are individuals within the Dravanian horde whom an entire company of knights would labour to repel, to say nothing of Nidhogg himself. Nor does age rob them of their strength. Through the endless march of years, the dragons endure, patient, calculating, inexorable. You must understand, these creatures do not share our perception of time, and that is especially true of great worms. They who spend centuries in slumber only to wake and resume their campaign as if mere hours had passed. It has been 20 years since Nidhogg last darkened our skies, 20 years for him to gather his strength, and for us to bolster our defences, and now, just as he seems primed to return, the heretics strike at the gates. You believe that Lady Iceheart is in league with the creature then? Of that we cannot be certain. Though we know the heretics covet the eye, we have been unable to determine their plans for it. Such questions aside, we must needs address the ragged hold their mistress has seen fit to rend in Ishgard's protections. 'Tis a weakness the Dravanians are not like to leave untested. So it would seem. You've described your plight in admirable detail, Lord Commander, yet I cannot help but wonder at your candor. Why share such sensitive information with us? I shall speak plain. Ishgard has need of allies, and I would have you bolster our front lines in readiness for the coming battle against the dragons. Hell yeah. This much I expected. Unlike our arrangement concerning the Keeper of the Lake, however, you only stand to benefit from our assistance in this matter. I fail to see why we should intervene in a conflict which concerns only Ishgard and Dravania. True. When the Eorzean Alliance requested Ishgard's assistance during Operation Archon, you refused us. Does it not seem grossly unjust to demand that we now risk our lives in your private war? I make no attempt to defend my country's conduct. I only ask that you consider what would follow were Ishgard to fall. Having razed our city to the ground, the Horde would have little cause to linger, and most would return to their lairs in Dravania. Soon thereafter, the ruins of Coerthas would be buried in snow, and the land would become the sole province of beasts and beastmen. Until the Garlean's arrival, that is. For you may be certain that the Empire would not hesitate to claim Coerthas. They would not even have to draw steel. An Imperial province sharing a border with Mordona. 7 hells. Very well, we will assist you in repelling the dragons. The roar of a great worm may have shaken the firmament, but we of Eorzea will not abandon our Ishgardian brothers to face the coming horde alone. Nor did I ever think you would. Now, upon the matter of the roar, allow me, Sir Aymeric. Through the power of the eye, I have become the vessel of Nidhogg's strength. His essence has stolen into my very blood. What does that mean? Fear not. I am in full control of my faculties, I assure you. And the eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me wheresoever I go. Its lingering influence does, however, allow me to hear Nidhogg's voice. Then the worm who roared was Nidhogg, aye. He means to hurl his horde against Danafin's collar and shatter the remaining wards that protect the city. There can be no doubt the worm has summoned his minions to war. Though the circumstances are far from ideal, this desperate endeavor will at least provide us an opportunity to bring the sister states of Eorzea together in common cause. Sir Aymeric was more ruthless in his negotiations than I had anticipated. I suppose one must give no quarter when one's home is at stake. But did you see the look in his face when he formally requested our assistance? Though the Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gates to outsiders, I suspect this softening of the Holy See's attitude towards foreign cooperation comes as something of a bittersweet victory. The days ahead promise to be interesting indeed.
Alphino, it is good to see you. Tell me, what have you learned?
Pray summon the others. Everyone must hear my report.
That sounds ominous. What about the other two? The wizard and the big guy.
So this was all but a taste of what's to come.
Indeed. The main host advances upon Ishgard as we speak.
Whose vaunted defenses have been nullified.
Shorn of its wards, the city will bear the full force of Nidhogg's fury.
All those people.
Alphino is right. The Dravanians cannot be allowed to prevail. If Ishgard falls, all of Eorzea will suffer the consequences.
Then you agree that we have no choice but to intervene. For the good of the realm, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and the Crystal Braves must join the defense of Ishgard.
Sure.
Let there be no ambiguity about what has been proposed. We would be directly intervening in the war. But if all here believe the cause to be just, then to war we shall go.
That seems like a majority to
the path we now
me.
embark upon is perilous, but I pray you will walk with us to the end. For those we have lost, for those we can yet save.
Then it is settled. I shall inform the Council of our intentions and request that they contribute their own forces to the defense of Ishgard.
Cool. He suspects something. I've bid the Archons travel to their assigned nations. Should the members of the Alliance agree to pledge Grand Company soldiers to Ishgard's cause, our comrades will be on hand to act as intermediaries for the duration of the conflict. The small matter of persuading the Alliance leaders to grant such support I leave to Alphinaud. For you, my friend, a different task awaits. I would have you reach out to your fellow adventurers and gather what allies you may for the coming siege. I would also have you consider the matter of our own security. Revenant's Toll is but a short flight from the snowfields of Coerthas. It is not unimaginable that the fighting may spill across the border. For I breeze Slathborn in the brewing conflict and discuss potential contingencies, the frontier settlers must be prepared for aught that might wing its way over our walls. I only hope that such precautions prove unnecessary. Before you leave, might I suggest that you have Tataru accompany you. She has a talent for administration and a firm grasp of the practical challenges we may encounter. I've never had Tataru on the quest. That's cool. We are rather close to Coerthas, aren't we? We best see to our own defenses and take stock of our supplies. Oh, and we'll also need to have beds and bandages laid out just in case. A good receptionist is ready for any eventuality. Let's go. I have 101 things to discuss with Slathborn. Damn, she's so good at her job. I appreciate the warning. If war is coming to Coerthas, then the toll must be made ready. I'll increase the number of patrols and lookouts immediately. I'll also see about finding a room for an infirmary, as well as a temporary housing for victims of the conflict. Ishgard has done well by us in the past, and I would return the favour. But as for rounding up volunteers for the fighting itself, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. I will not send my fellow guild members to die on an Ishgardian soil, and I am certain headquarters will say the same. There will be no official Adventurers Guild present at this siege. That said, each adventurer is of course free to do as he or she will. I shall have a word with some of my more capable colleagues on your behalf, and you might try your luck here in Revenant's Toll. I dare say there are a few stout souls about town who will answer your call to arms. Let's get started, shall we? We have a town to rouse. Sure. Come fight dragons? No? Spare me of your talk of glory and fame. I am not in the habit of volunteering for lost causes. I survived this long by trusting my instincts, and my instincts tell me to stay away from Ishgard. Oh, it's Riol. What's the name? Riol? Hi. What's the deal, Riol? Ishgard sounds like she's in a right mess. But that ain't what I wanted to talk to you about. I need you to cast your mind back to that scuffle with the Empire out by the processing plant. A lad from Little Alamigo by the name of Wilred was there with the 4th that day, and I want to know if you've seen him since, have you? Gods damn it, I feared as much. No one's bloody seen him. It's like the ground opened up and swallowed him whole. Maybe it did. That ain't all. Around the time Wilred stopped turning up for duty, then black market weapons went missing from our vault in Ul'dah. So now of course half the Braves suspect the lad of making off with the goods. Folk like to believe our company's a disciplined fighting force, but as you and me both know, it's no more than a motley collection of mercenaries, adventurers, and Grand Company veterans. The only thing that binds us together is some vague oath about fighting for the freedom of all, that and the steady pay. Now compared to most others in this crew, Wilred's a fresh-faced novice, a bleeding whelp amongst wolves. But the boy's got passion. When he talked about being a guardian of Eorzea, he bloody well meant it. A lad like him wouldn't rob us blind and bugger off like that. He ain't the type. And then, and this is just between you and me, mind, there's the fact the lad wanted to tell me about something queer he'd noticed in the ledgers. Something about the Braves' numbers not adding up. Aye, there's a villain at the end of this trail I've stumbled upon, and I'll bet me good eye it ain't young Wilred. Any road, you've got a war to wage, so I'll let you get on. I just thought someone should know. I'll be seeing ye. There you are. So, did you sway any hearts? Maybe, maybe not. 1 or 2, eh? Well, added to mine, that makes 3 or 4, not including Slothborn's friends. We won't have the largest company in the army, but I'd say one Revenant's Toll veteran is worth a dozen clanking knights at least. Oh, I've been so caught up with recruiting that I almost forgot there's been word from Alphenode. Apparently, the Alliance leaders are convening in Ul'dah to discuss Ishgard's plight, and they've requested your presence, as usual. Anyway, you best make your way to Ul'dah or you'll be late. Alphenode said that he would meet you on the Royal Promenade. My apologies for calling you away from your tasks. I had hoped to proceed with these negotiations one leader at a time, but it seems my urgent requests for an audience have prompted a gathering of the council. Needless to say, I felt obliged to attend. The Alliance leaders are already seated within. Let us join them, shall we? Okay, everybody's here. It's the OG crew.
We are well aware of Ishgard's dilemma, and we agree with your assessment.
Then I trust there are no objections to the Crystal Braves' intervention.
Ul'dah has none.
Gridania does not object.
The Crystal Braves are yours to command, Alphino. Do what you will. We shall pray for your success.
It was my hope that you would offer more substantial aid than prayer. I know it is within your means.
Do not presume that you have knowledge of our every concern. The Garleans and the Beast Tribes are but 2 of many. We are not in a position to contribute greatly to the defense of Ishgard, not when our own homes are still under siege.
We dare not leave our interests in Cartano undefended as well. Telegi Adalegi and his ilk would seize control of the territories in our absence.
The enemy is at their gates, and you would cower behind yours?
That's what they did.
No one is cowering, boy. We will offer what support we can.
Aye, support. A handful of men and no more.
Would that we could commit more than a token force to this cause. Yet there are others to whom you might turn. The free companies ever want for work.
It does seem a little bit shitty though, but...
Ah, yes. The free companies. They're not like to turn you down.
I beg your pardon? You would entrust the survival of Ishgard to sell swords? Crises like these are the very reason why this alliance was formed. It is our duty to aid our fellow man.
My duty is to my country and my people. If you expect us to place the welfare of a foreign power above our own, you're going to be sorely disappointed. Lest you doubt, Limsa comes first, then the Alliance, and finally, circumstances permitting, Ishgard and the rest. If you cannot understand so simple a concept, then you have no place at this table.
He's not wrong.
Forgive me, Admiral. I was careless in my choice of words.
I suggest you assemble a party of elite adventurers, assuming you haven't already. Your fellows served us well during Operation Archon. I dare say they will do so again.
Oh, I thought he wasn't going to say yes.
If I may, Your Grace, I wish to propose a redistribution of forces. If we entrust the security of Ul'dah to the Brass Blades for a time, we can dispatch a larger force to Ishgard. Your Grace?
Oh. She has to break the news. Aww.
Yes. Yes, of course. Do what you will.
Is Her Grace not feeling well?
To the best of my knowledge, Her Grace is in perfect health.
I see. Carry on.
Why do her glasses not have frames? Back? Once again, I owe you an apology. It seems you have been conscripted into leading a contingent of adventurers on yet another mission of inestimable danger. But I fear we have been left with little alternative. We cannot well abandon Lord Harkavon and Sir Aymeric to their fate. We must abide by the Council's decision, as short-sighted as it is, and strive to fulfill our roles as Eorzea's guardians. Mommy's calling. Captain Ilberd, what news? Then the assault has begun. We have but this moment concluded our audience with the Alliance leaders. Move our forces into position. Your unit will join House Durandare at the Steel Vigil. Man the cannons alongside the knights, and thin the Dravanian horde ere they descend upon Ishgard. I will join you as soon as I am able. I would have you and your adventurer allies bolster the defences at the Steps of Faith. Report first to Sir Marcelin at the Gates of Judgment, and he will direct you to where you are needed most. May the gods grant us victory. So it begins. Ere you commit yourself to the siege, you should know what it is you are tasked with defending. Beyond the Gates of Judgment lie the Steps of Faith, a great bridge of stone that leads directly to the city of Ishgard. More than simply a means to cross the Sea of Clouds, the bridge serves as a foundation for the arcane wards that form the barrier we call Danifin's Collar. Alas, in dispelling the barrier's outmost layer, that thrice-damned witch Iceheart stripped the bridge of its protection, and thus are the dragons now able to land unhindered upon the Steps of Faith. Should the Dravanians succeed in destroying the remainder of the wards, the winged devils will be free to swarm within the city itself. Needless to say, we cannot suffer that to happen. It shall be our task as defenders to prevent any harm from coming to those parts of the bridge wherein the wards are sealed. 3 yet remain, and we have dispatched our forces accordingly. I would ask you and your comrades to accompany our defenders at the outmost ward. I should hope that includes us as well, yes? Who dat? Hey, the boys. The Scions of the 7th Dawn? We could not well stand idly by while the Horde threatens the good people of Ishgard. Indeed, to do otherwise would go against all that Master Louis has taught us. As for where we may be of most assistance, I think it prudent we divide into 2 groups. Yda and I will join the rear guard. Right, if the dragons should reach us, we'll be sure to give them what for. Thank you, all of you. Pray speak with me again when your preparations are complete, and together we shall stand against the Horde. Damn, synchronized nod. That was cool. Oh. Oh, that's a big ass dragon. I think I've seen bigger though. Accept the fury in your heart and defend this bridge with your life's blood. Oh, it's Lucia. Holy shit, this thing is staring me down. Alright. Oh my goodness. Blah, blah, blah.
Let's finish this quickly, shall we?
Oh damn, we got voiceovers in battle. Sick. I should hit like that. Oh! I thought I was gonna do like raid damage, but it didn't. Oh, these guys. No. Barrier strength. Dragon Stomp. Okay, he's dead. Can we move up? I guess not. Down for the count. Unable to move or execute actions. Oh shit. Alliane! Everyone fall back now. I can't, I got a debuff. Fall back to avoid this okay. Oh, this is like a shield? Damn, this is gonna be close.
Yda, to me.
What's that? That was like damage. Shit, I can't even fit this guy in my freeing. Okay, where are you going? Fireball. What does this mean? Oh, it's a knockback. I see. I have a thing to avoid that, right? Oh my god, that took a lot of damage. Sidewise slice? This hub makes ready to breathe fire. Oh shit, he wrecked the barrier. Oh no. The first ward. Fall back and regroup. The battle is not yet lost. Oh my god, that's a lot of dragons. Jesus. What the f? Leave me alone.
No holding back.
Fuck, this guy's big. Oh my god, he's coming after me. Brace myself? Okay. I'll stick behind Yda. My mages is up soon. That's when everything feels good. There we go. Coerthas? What do it mean? Oh. Clean breath. Oh no, the barrier is dead. Go back. Run! Run! Zigging and zagging. Why is she so fast? Oh shit balls. Okay. Prepare. Oh, I should have popped my thing to see if it would have... I don't think it would have prevented it. I think that's like an unavoidable. Our enemy is not without weakness. Keep it up. Get out of the middle. Oh, shit. The barrier's on 5 HP. I don't think we're winning this. Ow. Okay, dude. Oh shit. Stay there, and then he's gonna do... Alright. Move. Oh shit. That's a big fireball. We are the shield that keeps the holy sea. Holy shit. Knight's Resolve. Damn, they're just tanking it. Nice one, guys. Oh, I can't see shit, but yes, keep it up, guys. The Knight's Resolve begins to wane. We got this. Final shot. I'm gonna wait for it. 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 Ah. Nice. They just fly away? The dragons, they're withdrawing. Victory is ours. Okay, cool. And day breaks on Ishgard. Though we may have to rebuild, the resolve lives on. One of Nidhogg's greatest champions slain. The Horde will not soon recover from this blow. But what of you, Nidhogg? Why did you not join your minions and make of this battle a slaughter? Have you grown so fond of the stench of your lair? Mayhap you prefer to have your allies fight your battles for you. You have a girl to do your bidding now, do you not? No matter, I shall slay Iceheart, and all the rest. But I yearn to spill the blood of a great worm, Nidhogg, and only your death will seat my lance. There's an entire book written about them. What? There's an entire book written about a guy like that, and it doesn't end well. Just saying. The dragons are rooted, lest you wonder. The fighting at the Steel Vigil was also fierce, but my crystal braves were not found wanting. Oh, it's our friend. Commander Leviur, true to your word, you arrived to aid us in our hour of need. On behalf of the Holy See and the people of Ishgard, I offer you my humble thanks. Though I would stay and lavish you with well-deserved praise, I fear I must away to oversee the aftermath of the siege. Not all the dragons are fled. and there are yet wounded to be carried from the field. Pray let us meet anon that I might express my thanks with the proper courtesy. We have indeed achieved a victory of singular importance. With the Dravanian horde thus weakened and scattered, the threat to Ishgard has been greatly diminished. And mayhap equally significant, the Holy See must now recognise the necessity of cooperation with foreign powers. Long have they barred their gates against the outside world, but I am confident that the day will soon come when Ishgard proclaims itself a member of the Eorzean Alliance once more. Much have we sacrificed in our struggles against dragons and primals, the Ascians and the Empire, but step by unfaltering step, we march ever nearer to our goal. And as ever, the journey is made with you in the van. The victory you have won this day gives us greater hope for the morrow. 'Tis a hope that shall sustain us in the days to come, and bear us past the many evils that yet seek to hinder our progress. Yes, we have done well, my friend, and I, for one, would take a moment to savor the enormity of our achievement. The demands of duty, however, allow me little time for levity. I must accompany Captain Ilberd back to Yda and reassign those braves whose squads suffered heavy losses. You, my friend, have earned a rest at the Rising Stones. Pray return to Revenant's Toll and share your tale with Minfilia in person. Have fun! We will see to informing the other nations of what took place here. Do be sure to give our regards to Minfilia. I am faced by a merciless mountain of administrative chores. Thankfully, this is one battle I am well equipped to fight. Welcome back! Alphinaud sent word of the siege, and of course of the role you played in ending it. Your deeds never cease to amaze me. Thank you. You must be weary, and now may very well be your only chance to... Antecedent. Hey. A messenger from Yda arrived with a missive for you. The royal seal. Curious indeed. Oh no. An invitation. On behalf of the Council of the Eorzean Alliance, Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Ulnamo invites the Scions of the 7th Dawn to attend a feast at the Royal Palace of Yda in honor of Ishgard's recent victory. It would seem that we are to be recognized for our part in lifting the siege, you for your valiant efforts as commander of the adventurous contingent, and the Archons for their earnest attempts to rouse the city-states. Truly, I find it strange that the Alliance leaders should think themselves deserving of a place at such a celebration. All three refused to deploy their standing armies, preferring to send hastily assembled companies of sellswords, many of whom perished ere the siege began. Are they truly so brazen as to seek to share in the glory of your triumph? But mayhap they simply seek a pretext to meet with the Ishgardians while the mood is yet jubilant. Such an occasion would present a fine opportunity to press for Ishgard's return to the Eorzean Alliance. We have scarce had time to mourn Minbrida, and I for one am in no mood to carouse. But I suppose we must put away our grief for the good of the realm. Though you were promised rest, I fear I must insist that you also attend. It would be a strange celebration indeed if the victorious hero were not present. Pray content yourself with the thought that such occasions may bring about momentous change, and this without recourse to bloodshed. Tataru, if you would do me the favour of contacting the rest of the Scions. Of course, Antecedent. And please let me know if there's anything else I can do. She's overwhelmed. Curious. I've never known Tataru to sigh at such requests. Could aught be amiss? Tataru is conspicuous by her absence. Hey, you seen Tataru? I believe she just stepped outside. Now that I think on it, she did seem rather preoccupied. Oh, she's up there. Sorry, I spotted your quest indicator. There ain't no hiding. Oh, it's you. I didn't mean to worry anyone. It's nothing, really. Well, it's not nothing exactly, but it feels like nothing compared to the towering trials you and the others face every day. And that's why I should probably talk to Minfilia before things get any worse. You always know what to say. I'm glad we had this little chat. I'm guessing that's what I said. Yes, Tataru, you have my undivided attention. I've been hesitant to broach the subject, what with all the recent excitement, but two made me realize that there's no time like the present, and time is what I'm here to ask you for. I'm not sure I understand. If you wish to be excused from your duties for a time, then you have certainly earned the rest. But I suspect that lying abed is far from your intent. You know me too well, Antecedent. There is, in fact, something I've been wanting to try my hand at. Juggling? Along with the adventures in the Crystal Braves, the Scions are constantly being thrown into dangerous battles and deadly predicaments. Even Hoary Boulder and Cultinant have been promoted from guard duty to fill our need for competent warriors. And so it seems only right that I too should acquire the power to defend myself and others more importantly. When I return, I shall be both your receptionist and your bodyguard. Okay. What the fuck? Whoa, hey. That's the first time I've almost been knocked to the ground by a Lalafell. I've never seen Miss Tataru so determined. Has all befell with which I might help, Antecedent? Not at present, thank you. Was there something you would ask of me? Oh yes. Pray excuse my distraction. An adventurer who was to join us for escort duty was injured while out on patrol. And I fear we cannot properly defend the scholars entrusted to our protection without the aid of at least one more guard. Therefore, I humbly request that another adventurer, of the capable kind of course, be assigned to our party. Very well. I shall consider the potential candidates and provide you with a replacement as soon as I am able. My thanks, Antecedent. I take my leave of you. It's gonna be me, isn't it? The power to defend oneself. Tataru has ever been full of surprises. Now that I think on it, I do recall Urianger mentioning that she had developed an interest in Arcanima. Mayhap she hopes to gain admittance to the Arcanist Guild in Limsa Lominsa. Yes, that will be the way of it. Would you be so kind as to journey to the guild and see that all is well? It is doubtless unwarranted, but surely I am not alone in my concern for her safety. Now, I realize that you are more than a capable adventurer, and that escort duty is frankly beneath the man of your talents, but I have no one else to turn to at present. Might you be willing to forego rest and assist us in this matter? I guess so. Generous to a fault, I thank you. Now, it seems only fair that I explain the import of the task in question. For some time, our order has employed a handful of scholars to travel around Eorzea taking etheric readings that we might better understand the impact of primal summonings. Naturally, it behooves us to ensure our employees' safety, and so we ask the adventurers in our service to serve as escorts. Is it true that you agreed to lend us a hand? Huzzah! What did I tell you, Cultinant? Our misfortune has become a blessing, an opportunity to serve alongside the Warrior of Light himself. We would have you attend to the scholar charged with surveying the South Shroud. He is waiting at Camp Tranquil as we speak. All you need to do is follow the man. He will determine the most appropriate locations to take his readings. In spirit we shall be together every step of the way. You should be more than familiar with the procedure by now. I pray find a suitable position from which to keep watch while I take my measurements. Yes, quite high, yet still markedly lower than the historical measurements taken near the end of the 6th Astral Era. Could the presence of a primal account for the difference? Or is there something else? Something else. Something else. Scion, come here, I need you. Uh-oh. Oh, who is it? Is it Riol? Oh, it's what's his face? Wilred. Fear not, my friends, help has arrived. Gutted like a hog, but not by one. No, these wounds were made with a blade. Doesn't look like he put up much of a fight either. Nary a mark on his sword or his shield. I've heard nothing of any Crystal Brave operations in this area. What cause had Wilred to come here? What should we do? We will see to the scholar's protection too. Thank you. I was getting bored of this guy. Aye, and the boy's remains. You should return to the Rising Stones. The Antecedent will want to know what happened here. And so do I. Wilred dead? Mayhap murdered by the 12? How can that be? I will send word to Alphinaud at once. He will want to conduct a full investigation and send word to Wildred's family. Gods, he was just a boy. Who would do this and why? Oh, she's fighting. No way. Yo. Nice hat. What are you doing here? I didn't mean for her to worry. That's the last thing I wanted. Putting an end to such worries is precisely the reason I'm here, don't you see? I, Tataru, shall become a great and powerful arcanist. And now, at Mistress... Thubby's behest, I must go and complete a special training exercise until we meet again. Yes, how may I assist you? So you're acquainted with our newest member. Mayhap you've already noticed, but I fear young Tataru's potential is somewhat lacking. Nevertheless, she would not be denied and goes now to undertake her first trial, a simulated inspection of 3 crates. A simple task, some might say, but one all arcanists are expected to complete. A thought occurs to me, why not assist Tataru with her training? Given your relationship with the girl and your growing understanding of arcanima, you may prove a great help to her. Her trial will be conducted at the cliffs south of the Zephyr Gate. You need only observe at a distance. Level 1, little ladybug. It reminds me of my first day outside Yda. Or Azure seas to Pirate's Port, where she met her shining jewel. For to bring the smuggler's plans to naught came the lass whom none could fool. Beat him with a backdraft, gut him with a gust, deck him with a downburst, go carbuncle, go. Oh, ho ho ho, are those crates I spy? Ah, and this must be the true test. But we're ready for them, aren't we, carbuncle? Go on then. No? Carbuncle? Uh-oh. Aww. I wanted her to do well. Oh shit. Ooh, come back, Carbuncle, come back. I should have known you'd come. You needn't say a word, your face says it all. I know you bore witness to my shame. Betrayed by my own carbuncle and left at the mercy of wild beasts. I must accept the truth. I'll never be a warrior like you or the others. I will inform Mistress Thubby of my intention to withdraw from the guild. Arcanima, like so much else, is beyond me. Dude, she can juggle. She can do reception stuff. She's got skills. I can't juggle like that. Ah, back so soon. How fared our fledgling arcanist? Abysmally, Mistress Thubby. Abysmally, as 2 will testify. I was wrong to become an arcanist. Wrong as usual. I am completely and utterly unqualified, and I sincerely apologize for wasting your time. Tataru, if that were true, I would not have permitted you to join me in the first place. We must all come to accept our limitations, lest our ambitions lead us astray. However, we must not lose sight of our strengths in the process. For example, your exceptional skill with numbers helped you to gain a solid grasp of the fundamentals of Arcanima. Were it not so, you would have struggled even to summon Carbuncle to your side. In my opinion, the Scions are truly fortunate to have such a capable and good-natured receptionist in their service. Would you not agree? You are too kind, Mr. Thubby. Though I could not overcome this challenge, I shall take your words to heart and try not to be discouraged. As fetching as these garments are, I fear I shall never don them again. But I can't go back to the Rising Suns without something to show for my time away. Wait, I know what I can do. That is, if you don't mind accompanying me for a little longer. Wonderful. Then to Costa del Sol we will go. It's a bit of a gamble, but I'm confident it will pay off. Yes, this is it. This is where the man at the Drowning Wench told me to look. There is a certain variety of clam which can be harvested this time of year in Bloodshore. One which produces the most marvelous pearls. However, these clams are so coveted by certain wild creatures, and since I fared rather poorly in battle last time, let us be off. What fortune, I've already found one. Would you be so kind as to keep watch while I work? This should only take a moment. He hits hard, man. I should have Bort, honestly. He's dead. Well fought, well fought. I knew I was right to ask you to come. As for me, I have my prize, a bounty of blood pearls. So named for their reddish hue, they were treasured as wards against dark magics in ancient times. I thought I might make charms for everyone so that no matter where they go, they will always come home. It's sort of the power to defend myself and the other people, in a way. Right, well, I mustn't keep Flamen waiting. There's work to be done, and lots of it. We're to secure provisions for the Scions in the Leminzen markets. She may have an eye for quality, but I have a nose for bargains. We'll be heading back to the Rising Stones. If so, pray convey my apologies to the antecedent, and tell her that she needn't worry about me. Farewell too, and thank you for everything. That sounded rather final, didn't it? How about until we meet again? Hmm? She always looks like she's up to some mischief with that little smirk. My, it sounds as though she had quite an adventure. And while it did not end as she had hoped, I suspect that it will prove to be a valuable experience. I dare say she could have managed without our intervention. Even so, I appreciate you indulging my request. Though recent events weigh heavily on our minds, we must needs set them aside for now. We are come to a defining moment in Eorzean history. The grand commemoration of our joint defense of Ishgard, the first time in 15 long years that our people have stood side by side with our neighbours to the north to fight in common cause. This may mark the true rebirth of the Eorzean alliance, feeling that it should at the very least serve to bring our nations closer together. But we have every reason to raise our voices in celebration, do we not? We have bested Dravanians and Ashians both. Against desperate odds we have fought and won. But the Primals still plague us, and the Empire still plots our subjugation. And our triumphs, remarkable though they are, were bought at a terrible price. Brave adventurers and allies, broken on the steps of faith, and before our eyes in this very room our dear friend Moonbreda. This is the victory we have wrought, and it is as bitter ashes in my mouth. I would sooner stay here and invite those with more appetite to enjoy the feast in my stead. Alas, it is a royal banquet, and all of our allies will be in attendance. It is our duty to present a united front, and we might serve as a beacon of hope to all. It seems I have no choice but to take my own advice. I instructed the others to meet us in Yda, that we might make our grand entrance together. That would be cool. Unfortunately, I had to settle for leaving Tataru and Lamin a note. If they do not return quickly, they will have to settle for whatever leftovers I can smuggle out of the fragrant chamber. Off to the big soiree too? Raise a glass for me, eh? Or not? You don't look best pleased, lad. Something on your mind? By the Navigator, Wilred's dead? Gods damn it, they must know they've been rumbled. I mean, sod it. 'Tis past time we had this talk. After our last conversation, I got to thinking about where certain funds were coming from. So I had to dig around, on the quiet like, and sure enough I found it. Seems a fair bit of coins made its way into the Braves' coffers, courtesy of the Dodo Consortium. A daft name for a business, if ever I heard one, which is what first gave me an inkling that something weren't right. So I went through the ledgers again and found another half-dozen donations from organizations with stupid bloody names. Didn't take long to find the common thread. All were owned by the Mirage Trust. Oh, I'll give the bastard credit. He showed us up for the amateurs we are. Short of calling one of his businesses the bloody Bribery Consortium, I don't know what more he could have done to mock our rules on financial contributions. The gods only know how many men of the first and the third are taking Telegi's coin, but now we know some of them are. I'd wager me right eye they're the ones what did for Wilred. The earnest young fool had taken to asking the wrong kind of questions. Bound to attract attention he was. Should have seen it at the time, but I didn't. Gods damn me. Still, I don't see what Telegi hopes to accomplish. He hid his scheme with all the care of a drunk pissing into the wind. No, he's cleverer than this. So we need to be clever too. That's the only way we'll ever repay this debt of blood. We'll purge every one of them traitorous bastards from our ranks. On that you have me word. And two, mind yourself when you're in Yda, eh? We're heading into a storm, I can smell it. The kind what'll sweep a man overboard and drag him under, for he knows it. I like that guy. Hey, look who it is. We've been waiting for you two. The celebration is due to begin shortly. I'd hoped that we might make our introductions together, but Mistress Mahmoudi just sent word that you're needed at the quicksand. We will go on ahead. Oh, I don't get to be in the entrance? Aw. Pray join us once matters at the quicksand are resolved. Give my regards to Mahmoudi and let her know that I will call upon her anon. Oh yeah, was that when we first met Thancred? Oh no, it wasn't. It was at the train station, like way out when we were getting Nanamo's crown. I appreciate you dropping in such short notice. I know you've got places to be, so I won't waste your time. You're friends with the Crystal Brave by the name of Alliane, aren't you? Former adventurer. Come to think of it, I'm pretty sure you recruited her yourself. Well anyway, she came round for a meal not long ago, and before she left, she asked me to give you a message. Said if the others ended up dragging you to the feast, I was to see you got it before you made your grand entrance. Meet me at the station west of Coffer and Coffin. There's something I must show you. A short message I'll grant you, but she thought long and hard before picking those words. Barely touched her food too. Under other circumstances, I'd have thought those signs of a troubled heart. But something tells me she ain't planning to confess her undying love. Waiting. What's he doing on the tracks? As you stand upon the platform, your thoughts begin to wander, and all too soon the ghosts of comrades lost and enemies slain begin to file by your mind's eye in solemn procession. Clearing your head, you scan the horizon, but see no sign of Alliane. Strange. I will continue waiting. Straining your ears to listen, you hear the chatter of Kickern and the buzzing of syrphids, but no approaching footfall. Sighing, you bow your head only to notice the vial lying at your feet. What is this vial? Is that you? What brings you out this way? Laurentius? Lieutenant Alliane? Why no, I haven't seen her about. Had she come this way, I guarantee we would have crossed paths. I must have passed this spot a dozen times. We're to patrol the city's environs, on account of the royal banquet. Captain's orders, you understand. Speaking of which, isn't it about to begin? You should be with the other honoured guests, enjoying your well-deserved respite. Aye, pray return to Yda. If I chance to meet the lieutenant, I will tell her you were here. Something's not right. Laurentius.
O Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit of my line, through my weakness, the glorious house of Ul has all but disappeared beneath the sands. For want of the strength to raise it up again, it were better that it fall. Forgive me, but I know not what else to do.
Dude, this was the place I first learned to run. It was exactly here. That's crazy. I reckoned you'd head straight to the feast after meeting with Alliane. What's the matter? No appetite? Clouded vial. This tiny glass container appears to have been used before, but to contain what, pray tell? So she wasn't there, but this was, eh? Let's see. Looks to me like an alchemist vial, but beyond that I can't say. Might be best if you hold on to it for safekeeping though. Any road, no use worrying about Alliane. I'm sure she'll turn up before too long, and when she does, we'll soon find out what this was all in aid of. Besides, you've got more important things to think about. Would you believe that, while you were away, another message arrived for you? Well, one did. And delivered by the Sultana's handmaiden, no less. Seems her grace desires a private audience. Her handmaiden will meet you on the royal promenade and escort you to the Sultana's chambers. So what are you waiting for? Go on then, go.
You needn't trouble yourself so.
Your grace is most kind, but it is no trouble to me, rather an honor. If your grace is ready, I shall summon the warrior of light.
I am.
What is she thinking? I thought they had Christmas hats on. It's nearly that time of year, folks. Oh yeah, the hat. I wonder if Telegi's here. Oh, it's the Ishgardians.
Everyone looks to be in high spirits.
With good cause.
A common victory may serve to unite even the most unlikely of allies. You've brought us one step closer to a united Eorzea.
Your modesty knows no bounds, Antecedent. Were it not for your efforts, Sir Aymeric would never have become such a steadfast ally. When he convinces his countrymen to rejoin the Alliance, we shall all reap the benefits, military and economic. I tell you, we are on the cusp of a new era of unity and prosperity.
Why, dude? Why you gotta say that? You gotta jinx it.
Territorial disputes are all that divide us now.
Don't dig deeper. Don't jinx it
But
even
I
more.
have faith that we will find an amicable solution in time.
We're screwed.
And failing that, I'll have my trusty warrior of light box the ears of all concerned.
Oh, will you not?
Speaking of whom?
What if I say no, huh? Kiddo?
He will be joining us shortly. A matter at the quicksand required his attention, but it did not sound serious.
Lady in waiting. Thank you for coming, sir. Her Grace is most eager to speak with you. If you require a moment to compose yourself before your audience, you may have it. Or if you're ready, it would be my honor to escort you to Her Grace's chambers forthwith. Upon proceeding to the Sultana's bedchamber, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Sure. Damn, get the popcorn.
Enter.
Your Grace, your guest has arrived.
Hello.
Pray, come in and take your ease.
This is kind of weird, but okay.
Tis well that the steps of faith held against the Horde.
And what of the city proper?
We sustained some few losses, but the heart of our nation yet beats with vigor. I am not certain I could say the same had we not received your most generous aid.
An attack on Ishgard is an attack on the realm. We stand together or fall divided.
Such noble words, after the fact.
I had hoped to speak in the presence of Her Grace, but it seems she has been delayed. That being the case, now would seem as good a time as any. Honored friends, pray allow me to convey Ishgard's warmest gratitude for your part in the defense of our lands. 'Tis upon the success of this very alliance that my recommendation to throw open the gates of judgment shall be founded. With the blessing of the Archbishop, it is my hope that Ishgard will soon be reunited with her long-estranged sister nations, and that Eorzea shall once more be as one.
Cool. I want to go to Ishgard.
Very well.
Is aught amiss?
Nothing to worry about. I shall return anon.
Okay. Hello.
You wished a word, Yu Hase?
Uh-oh.
You may go. Your Grace.
Oh, fuck. I have it figured out.
You must be curious as to the reason for this private audience. The matter I would discuss, however, will soon make apparent the need for discretion.
I'm not gonna say anything, but I think I know what happens.
I intend to abdicate the throne and dissolve the monarchy. You have seen for yourself the storm of turmoil that howls through our streets. The government fails in its responsibilities, and my subjects suffer the consequences of our incompetence. But I will see them suffer no longer. The victory feast shall provide the stage on which I declare the dissolution of the Sultanate. 'Tis mine intent that the ruling class of our golden city should take its place beside the common man in a fair and equitable republic. No more shall this nation bow to the whims of a privileged few. Yet, that which I propose will entail the tearing up of this city's very foundations. And even Roban, with all his strength and influence, will be hard-pressed to keep his footing on such treacherous ground. Thus would I ask you to lend him a steadying hand. You who have endured the wrath of innumerable foes are the one hero in whom I can place my trust. Will you do this thing for me?
Okay.
I am truly grateful. More grateful than I can well express. How much we have both changed since that day we met beneath the Sultan tree. And the days ahead promise to change us further still. I hope that we will recognize ourselves when all of this is over.
And chalice. No.
Your Grace!
Oh shit. No, dude. And now I look. Ah, fuck. He's gonna.
Her Grace, the
This
Sultana,
motherfucker
is dead.
He's gonna free me, dude.
Poison in her wine? You did this!
Spare us your denials! I see no other suspects, and the room has but the one entrance. I hereby accuse you of regicide. Men, arrest this viper.
I will kill every single one of you. With one hand. Damn, I can't believe she's dead.
Sir, barring a few exceptions, we have detained all those with allegiance to the Scions. The Rising Stones is also under our control.
Shit, Minfil. Oh, Minfil is here. Is Tataru?
And what do you hope to achieve with this mutiny?
I knew this shit was a bad idea.
Why, that which we have striven for all along, Commander. The salvation of Eorzea.
What is the meaning of this?
Knights from the homeland. This cannot bode well.
Lord Commander, we have received an urgent message from the Holy See. I am grieved to report that your serpentine foes have resumed their assault. Needless to say, your presence is urgently required. These knights have come to bear you swiftly home to Ishgard.
A surprise attack?
We've had no such word from our men, and the timing is most fortuitous to catch us away from the city.
He's smart.
Most fortuitous indeed.
Lord Commander, we must away.
Prove it.
You have been a most gracious host. I hope that I might one day return the favor. Come, Lucia.
He makes me mad. Bankred, classic.
Whatever is going on in there? Ah, the ever-dutiful brass blades. I must apologize, but my dance card is rather full. Another time, perhaps?
Get him.
Thancred, of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. You stand accused of committing acts of espionage in service to the Garlean Empire.
Kinda true, honestly.
Espionage? What in the seven hells are you talking about? Ah, if you're referring to that business with the Ultima weapon, then you must understand, I wasn't myself.
Under interrogation, an Imperial prisoner revealed your involvement in numerous dealings with the enemy. We've also been investigating reports that you are a practitioner of forbidden arts. You'd best come along with us.
You
the little
invite me
smart.
to your party and now you want me to leave? I do so detest receiving mixed signals. Come then. I believe I've lost my appetite for this farce of a celebration.
Get him.
go too far, Lord Adeleji. By what right do you march armed soldiers into a royal banquet and eject state visitors without her grace's consent? You treat the brass blades as your personal army and show contempt for the throne with your every act. Leave us now.
Raban's gonna get angry.
Is that an order, General? Mayhap you have mistaken me for one of your flames. You will find I am not so slavishly obedient. As you lecture me on personal armies. As for your outrageous claim that I have shown contempt for the throne, let all here observe that it was not I who feasted while an assassin removed its occupant. I expect this is your idea of defending the nation, is it? This and diluting our forces through these distractions in Cartano and Coerthas. I do begin to see how the ranks of the Immortal Flames came to be riddled with Garlean sympathizers. You are plainly unfit for command.
Wait, goddamn you. Your words make no sense. What assassin?
You mean to say you don't know? We caught the vaunted champion of the Scions in her Grace's private chambers, not moments after the deed was done.
No! No, this cannot be!
Save your breath. You will need it to plead your case. You and your entire order are to be tried for this atrocity.
Where's
Bring in
Alfie?
the prisoner!
Where's Alphnode?
This man stands accused of poisoning Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Ul Namo, and his suspected accessories to the crime. All members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn will be detained for questioning.
This is madness!
What a pity. Who'd have thought your tale would end like this?
Motherfucker, I'm going to chop off your head with my arrow.
Should you demand further proof, a
You too.
vial with traces of the substance used to poison her grace was found upon the assassin's person.
Damn, he set it up real good, didn't he? Shit. Laurentius.
How very convenient.
You would speak of convenience? Who persuaded her grace to host this celebration? A diversion which presented you and your confederates ample opportunity to commit the crime, and a crowd within which to fade from view. A more convenient occasion I could scarcely imagine.
How dare you! After all we have done for Uldar!
Hold your tongue, witch! I'll not be ensorcelled! I know all about the dark gift that you and your disciples wield. Oh yes, I've observed how you worked upon the minds of the Alliance leaders, bending them to your will. And what of your cordial relationship with Sir Aymeric? For years, Ishgard abjured all contact with the outside world, and now the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights treats you with the familiarity of a childhood friend. I'll tell you what I think. I think this desperate defense of Ishgard was but a ruse to deceive us into dividing our forces. Your next move will be to charm your Coerthan allies into invading our lands. Now that is truly ridiculous.
How do you even think of this stuff?
She cannot be dead.
He's gonna get angry, man.
Stand aside, Ilbert. I want to see the Sultana.
Spare yourself the pain, brother. I saw her with my own eyes. For a mercy, the poison took her swiftly. Her handmaiden can attest to that.
This cannot be. Nanamo. No!
Shit.
Plainly, the Royalists can no longer be relied upon to keep our nation safe. And so it falls to the monitorists of the Syndicate to govern Ul'dah. But should you wish to help us, General, we would be more than happy to entrust the task of planning Her Grace's funeral to you. It seems only right that you should bury your precious Sultana, and we will be glad to be rid of that burden.
Yikes.
I'll bet you will. You more than any man.
Whatever do you mean?
I mean you had her killed, you black-hearted bastard!
Damn, look at his face.
What rot! Though I did have sufficient motive, 'tis true. That young lady caused me no end of grief. She always was a most unwilling puppet. I dare say Her Grace was grateful that someone thought to cut her strings.
You would mock her, then mock her from hell!
Oh shit. He actually did it. Fuck yeah, Roman. What a fucking badass. Holy shit.
Have you lost your mind, General? It is forbidden to draw steel in the royal chambers, much less slaughter our fellow Syndicate members. You're one of them. You've been in league with the Scions all along.
You're next, you scheming bastard!
Oh shit. No fucking way.
Oh, Raban!
7 hells!
Admiral, we must leave.
Bro.
Ah!
How unlike you, old friend. I did not expect to take your arm so easily.
Take the Scions into custody. They have conspired to commit regicide. And arrest this traitor as well.
Wilred, I hope you choke on their coin.
'Tis better than the dirt I've supped on these long years. We can't all abandon Alamigo and become great war heroes as you have. You are not the man you once were, Raban. Since that girl strapped the yoke around your neck, you've become docile. She took the mad bull and cut off his balls, and a bull that cannot rot is fit for naught but slaughter. Shall I tell you who really killed your precious Sultana?
You're gonna try and beat him. He's gonna try and get him angry, and then he wants to kill him, I bet. No, don't get beated.
You die!
Jesus. What is that? Nice. Oh, are we gonna fight him?
I never doubted you, not for a moment. But there is more to this than I yet understand. Flee this place. Clear your names. Find out who is behind this plot. It is the only way. Now go!
Don't leave me hanging. I want to know who wins. Damn, so now we're fugitives on the run?
Ah, there you are.
Where the fuck have you been?
Where have you been?
Avoiding the fumbling advances of some very persistent admirers.
But in addition to that, where have you been?
When I realized the celebrations had turned sour, it seemed prudent to slip away and take stock of the situation. 'Twould appear that much of the city is already under tight guard. It occurs to me that expanding the Brass Blade's authority may not have been such a wonderful idea after all.
The success of this plan was contingent upon those thugs having the run of the place. Just how long has this scheme been in motion?
The careful preparations, the maneuvering of forces. I am inclined to agree with the General's insistence that a deeper plot exists here.
So,
like
would
what?
I be right in thinking we now have an excuse to pummel as many brass blades as we like?
Unless you plan on pummeling them all, I'm not sure that will greatly aid our cause.
The Sultana's assassination was but one part of the scheme. We too were its targets. And though we did not share Ponanimo's fate, we are yet hobbled by the charges laid at our door. Where now might we seek refuge?
Where indeed, we may safely assume that our foe is thought to have the Rising Stones watched.
Forgive me for stating the obvious, but our choice of destination will matter little if we cannot secure an escape route out of Ulda. Happily, I believe I can provide one. Papashan once told me about the passages hidden in the walls of the palace. If I recall correctly, the fireplace in Animo's chambers conceals the entrance to a tunnel. It should lead outside the city and allow us to avoid any messy confrontations.
Shit. Gotta go. Oh, she's thinking of Mumbrita.
The rest of you go on ahead. I'll handle this lot.
By yourself? I suppose I shall just have to join you.
Crystal Braves too, huh? Now this should be interesting.
Yda Papalymo!
Shit.
We will hold our pursuers here. Hurry, now. Find this tunnel of Thancreds.
They'll be alright.
Minfilia, we cannot linger.
Is that Momodi? No. Oh, What is she gonna do? What?
Ah! Now look what you've done.
She has a face.
Yda, are you all right? There are just too many of them.
I'm fine. I could do this all day.
Nearing the end of my tether.
This is so stupid. We're the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. The ones who stand between this realm and the evil that's trying to destroy it.
And if you think we'll leave the stewardship of Eorzea to the likes of your masters, then you're sorely mistaken.
Sorry I dragged you into this, Papalymo.
'Tis hardly the first time, and I'll be damned if it will be the last.
What did he just do? Oh, he electrified.
Let them have it, Yda.
Oh, this should be good.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Shit. Well. Okay, so we're in the tunnels. With the sewers. Ew.
I never knew such a watercourse existed beneath Ul'dah.
The architecture is of the Sildine style, if I'm not mistaken. The ancients plainly foresaw the need for a ready means of escape.
Hmm?
This way!
Well, that didn't take long. It seems these tunnels were not as secret as I'd hoped.
You two, go on ahead. Thancred and I will deal with this.
What do you mean to do?
Only that which is required to ensure that the dawn's light survive to brighten the morrow.
Fear not, antecedent. You haven't seen the last of these fair features.
My friend.
They'll be fine.
Leave us.
Okay, sorry.
What is the plan, milady? Shall I take the dozen on the left and you the dozen on the right? The odds are not exactly stacked in our favor.
Numbers will count for little when I bring the tunnel down upon their heads.
Oh.
Though I cannot say I relish the thought of being entombed with you for all eternity.
You wound me. I will have you know that many a maid would kill for the chance to spend forever at my side. Now, may I have the last dance?
Shit. He literally took an arrow to the knee.
Well, this is going splendidly. Now would be a good time, milady!
'Tis done.
Run! Holy shit, Ishtola.
Forgive me, Mitra.
Who's Mitra?
Farewell, Ophelia.
No, dude, they're not being killed all. Like, I refuse to accept that. What?
Hydaelyn.
What is that?
She speaks to me. No.
She gone again?
I must remain behind, but you cannot stay with me.
What?
Please, you must go on. You are the warrior of light. You are hope for the Scions and for all the realm. As long as your flame continues to burn, the light of the dawn may ever be relit. You must escape and save Eorzea from those who would plunge it into darkness. Tis the only way.
What? What the hell is she gonna do? Oh, I know where that is. Wait. Can't be Alfie.
I am glad to see you
Oh, it
safe, my
is.
friend. What of the others? Damn that man! Teleji played me for a fool! I thought the Crystal Brave's mine till the very moment I felt the blade at my back.
There will be ample time for soul-searching later. For now, we must put some arms between us and Ul'dah.
Where the hell are we gonna go? What about the Domans?
Well, would you look who it is? Need a ride? I doubt it'll be half as exciting as the last trip we took. Not if I have anything to say about it anyway.
The callback.
Let's not dawdle, eh? All aboard!
So where are we going? Ul'dah is in tatters. Where's Tataru?
I was stocking up on supplies over in Vesper Bay, you see, when your sister come up and begged a favour. Said her brother was having some trouble down in Ul'dah, and likely needed a helping hand getting away.
Oh. Alizé.
Thinking them ruins would make a fine hiding place, I decided to try there first. And lo and behold, there you were. Aye, and judging by them soldiers as were pouring out of the city, I arrived not a moment too soon. Ha! Must have been fate that we happened to find you there, though, eh?
Maybe.
I had thought to look out for Alize, but would appear she was the one watching over me. I've made such a mess of things.
And who might you be, young sir?
Oh!
Pippin Taropin, Vice Marshal of the Immortal Flames.
I thought it was someone else.
I had been on the Alamegan front these past few moons, but an urgent communication called me back to Ul'dah. Scarce had my boots touched the cobbles, though, when the streets erupted with cries of assassination. I immediately went in search of answers, and came across Master Alphino here. Needless to say, I did not think his imprisonment justified. The blame plainly lies with the Monitarists. Their greed and corruption are well known to me, but for them to take advantage of the situation with such alacrity...
Was that Pippin, you said? Ain't that the name of General Alden's lad?
Yes, I am his son. Adopted, of course. 'Twas only as we were leaving Ul'dah that I learned of father's fate. Once I have seen you a safe distance away, I mean to return to the city and extricate him from this madness.
Then you needn't travel no further than Blackbrush. Our fugitives have a friend waiting for them there.
Who? Who is possibly left, aside from Tataru?
I dreamed of bringing about Eorzea's salvation. But in the end...
It doesn't even matter.
It was I who needed saving.
Them soldiers will keep searching for a while yet. Reckon we'll take the carriage back towards Ul'dah and get the lay of the land. Maybe provide a distraction if need be. You three wait here. Help will be along shortly. Stay strong, friends. The real fight's to come. Alright, let's go. The most unassuming folk can prove to be our greatest allies. That fellow was but a passing merchant, yet he lent us aid without a moment's hesitation or any hint of concern for his own safety, though I can well imagine how a man could feel inspired to risk all in your presence. Father spoke of you often too, and long have I looked forward to our first meeting. Needless to say, this is not at all how I envisioned it. Master Alphino, you must not give in to despair. That would only play into our enemy's hands. So long as you and two are free, we may still set things right. Forgive me, Marshal Taropin, but Alphino, my boy. Sorry to keep you waiting. Sid! Sid, what are you doing here? Pulling you out of the fire as usual. Your merchant friend told me everything. Truly? Then he is no merchant, but an angel in peddler's clothing. But tell us, how do you intend to bear our friends to safety? I hid the Enterprise but a short distance away. All I need is his destination. We must find a place beyond the reach of both the Monitarists and the Crystal Braves. Ishgard? Yes. Coerthas. Ishgard will not suffer the intrusion of foreign forces in their territory. That settles it. With me, everyone. Not I fear. I must remain here. I dare not abandon Ul'dah to the Monitarists and their cronies. You may be certain that they will seek to defeat me, both here and in the other city-states, but know that I shall do my utmost to thwart their every effort. Frankly, I do not expect it to be much of a challenge. The small folk will not turn so easily on the Warrior of Light and his allies, no matter what the Monitarists claim. Marshal Taropin, I know not what to say. Now that, father, would labour to believe. But enough talk, you must go, Master Alphino. Your airship awaits. Is he just gonna walk back? I feel kind of shitty for leaving him there. Where's Biggs and Onion Head? Up, up, there's no rest for the righteous. So where's Sid gonna go? What the fuck are we gonna do? We should make for Camp Dragonhead and speak with Lord Harkifon. Mayhap he will know what to do. Can he be trusted? I guess he can. Master Alphino told me your tale too. It warms my heart that you should turn to me before all others, and I shall endeavor to deserve your trust. Alas, the situation here has grown more complicated in your absence. It would be best if I explained in full.
There has been word from the capital. Ishgard has weathered another assault, and 'tis said several wyverns broke through into the city proper. The temple knights succeeded in slaying the beasts, but the intrusion prompted orders to further strengthen the guard, and to place the city under a perpetual state of alert.
Right.
How
Does that mean
keenly we
can't
feel the
go?
loss of our wards at the gates of judgment. Yet we must not bemoan our misfortune. Sir Aymeric is safely returned from Ul'dah, and once more leads the defense of Ishgard. As for the matter of your asylum, I am afraid no progress will be made until the threat to our nation is diminished.
These guys are still doing their
But do not despair.
squats.
You are not without allies. You are more than welcome to shelter here for as long as you wish. Pray, think of it as a new headquarters of sorts. The falling snows, or some such.
But it's not the same, man.
All frivolity aside, any who come here in search of you will receive no aid from House Fortom. For once, the Ishgardian reputation for inhospitality shall work in our favor.
Nice.
Agents of Ul'dah will find their every inquiry dismissed, and their every request for entry rebuffed, until such time as their masters have acknowledged your innocence. You once fought to preserve the honor of my dear friend. 'Tis a blessing that I may now repay that debt in kind.
The questing paid off!
But let us dwell no more on this. Pray, join the rest of your companions. 'Tis bitterly cold this day. I suspect there are those who might welcome the warmth your presence brings.
Upon proceeding to the intercessory, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these cutscenes in their entirety. Tataru! Alphino, is it really you? Aw. I'm so happy that you're... I tried contacting Minfilia and the others, but no one would respond. And then Crystal Breeze, our own people, turned on us in the marketplace. Flamin told me to run, and so I did. I ran and I ran until my lungs burned and my feet ached, but I lost my way, and then... Fortunately, I had observed some of the Breeze behaving suspiciously beforehand. Wait, who the hell's this? I thought it was Yugiri. Wait, that is Yugiri? Damn. Okay. Ah yes, my mask. It was lost in the struggle. What about the ears? Pretty, isn't she? Anyway, after Yugiri found me, we traveled to Vesper Bay and met up with the Riol. When we told him what had happened, he used his magics to weave a glamour around the Waking Sands. From the outside, our old headquarters now looks like an abandoned storehouse. The transformation didn't take long either. Apparently, Riol started making preparations for the Imperial attack, just in case the Empire ever chose to pay us another visit. Good thinking, eh? Sorry, where was I? Oh yes, so we waited there at the Waking Sands, hoping others would come, but no one else did. My people are searching for the other Scions even as we speak, but we have met with no success as yet. I had hoped that you might be able to suggest further places to look. Ah, but you should know, the Rising Stones did not share the Waking Sands' good fortune. Only Crystal Breeze await you there. Be that as it may, we yet have cause to hope, do we not? If the two of you escaped, it is not impossible that the others could have done so as well. You may have been forsaken by men and women believed true, but rest assured that the people of Doma yet stand with you. We welcome this opportunity to repay our debts, and shall continue our efforts to locate the others and see the Scions restored to their rightful place of honor. They always save the day, man.
'Tis all my doing. I believed myself the only one who truly understood Eorzea's woes. And look what that arrogance has wrought. I gave commands, influenced governments with my certainty. I treated the Crystal Braves and even the Scions themselves as pawns in my great scheme to save the realm. But in my headlong rush into imagined glory, I paid no heed to the ground upon which I trod. The salvation of Eorzea. What was it that I hoped to achieve? Did I believe that I could rid the realm of every danger and difficulty? That I could defeat the Empire and the Ascians, and find homes for every refugee? Oh, yes. I was so very clever. Become a guardian of Eorzea, I implored, and sat back to watch my perfect army cleanse the land of chaos. It was all but a means to feed my own vanity. Only when all is lost do I finally realize the truth.
Oh, Alphino.
She has a voice. Is that the first time we've heard her voice? I'm pretty sure it is.
So, Master Alphino, are you content to remain a broken blade? Is there no flame hot enough to reforge you? What of the fine companions who yet stand at your side? I dare say the fires of their determination will soon have you slicing the air again with your customary wit.
I hardly deserve such friendship. And besides, where are we to go?
Alphino, if I may? Should this place not serve our purpose, then we shall go to Ishgard. Minfilia told me many times. As long as we stand fast against despair, the beacon of hope will never be lost to sight. Be it in the snow or in the clouds, we few will see that the dawn's light shines again.
You are right, Tataru. Thank you. And thank you for your kind words, Lord Orchefon.
Orchefon.
'Tis true that Eorzea yet has her guardians. The Scions have achieved much, and 'twould be remiss of me to discard it all in a fit of self-pity.
Yes, get back on your feet, boy.
Let us then resume our journey, together, one step at a time.
It's the song. Is that it? It's the credits. Shit, that was fucking insane. So many things just happened that I have no idea. Is Minfilia dead? What happened to Minfilia? She just like ran back towards them or something, and then everybody else. I can't believe Nanamu died like that. And then what happened to Raoban? He lost his fucking arm, dude. Holy shit. Thancred, Y'shtola, Yda, Papalymo. I suppose that's why there's expansions. I think we're gonna find out, obviously. Damn, though. That's crazy, man. Dude, I actually, like, teared up at that point. I don't usually do that for stuff. I think the reason I did was because it reminded me of the first, like, I started in Ul'dah. It reminded me of, like, the first day in Ul'dah. The first day I played the game. You know, and you do the quest and you go and find her crown and then you meet Thancred. I don't know, it just reminded me of that. It's kind of like closure of the whole thing. It's really good, man. Well, Realm Reborn. All of it. Done. Shit. Also, her voice here is really, really good, this part. Like, listen to this shit. Damn, that's so good. Oh, I love this song too. This is my favorite one. This is from the Praetorium, right? At the end. It just feels so full circle to me because I started there. It was like my first day and like, I guess I just got lucky. I mean, it's a 1 in 3 chance. I just so happened to pick a gladiator, which I haven't touched since the Copper Bell Mines, maybe? I wonder if there's any post-credit cutscenes or anything. Oh.
All has been arranged as you desired, my lord.
Is that a jail cell? It's Roban. Holy shit. He looks pretty mad. Okay, Elidibus. Nebriales is no more. The order was not his to invoke. His demise was of his own making. Nevertheless, it concerns me. They have extinguished that which should rightly be eternal. We figured you out, motherfuckers. Mayhap he was not wholly mistaken. Greater haste may be warranted. We're of one mind. The northern lands, then? Oh shit. The earth is fertile and the seeds well sown. By my will, they shall reap salvation unlike any the world has known. By his will. By his will. Who dat? Oh! What the fuck? I've answered thy summons, emissary. Speak and make thine intent known. I would speak of fate, Archon, yours, mine, the fate of this very star. What the hell's he doing there? Where even is there? Elidibus is like a pacifist though, right? There's Midgard's almost.
Thou thinkest sanctuary lieth beyond. Delusion, despair, death. Thou shalt find naught else here.
He seems very antagonistic. all the time. Can't you just be nice for once? All my friends are dead. But I wonder what he's talking about. To preserve the dawn's light, the heroes journeyed north. Their hearts filled with hope and eyes fixed heavensward. Ah. Well, there we go. What did I just watch? Shit, well there we go. Finally, A Realm Reborn. See, full circle, I'm going back to that I can't speak anymore. A Realm Reborn. All of it. Next up on the video front is going to be Coils of Bahamut. That I'm looking forward to because there's a lot of questions that are still unanswered from the first cinematic. But yeah, don't forget to join the Discord if you haven't yet. Also, if you're new here, consider subscribing. We're on the push to 1K still, and we're getting really, really close actually. So I'm super pumped. Maybe we can get there by the end of the year. That would be awesome. The Final Fantasy XIV community is so insanely awesome that they are like an exception to the rule of online communities. And it's crazy how supportive you guys are and how positive everybody there is and willing to provide advice, to help out, all that stuff. Like, it's insane. I can't say how much I appreciate you guys. It's like, I can't quantify it. I really do appreciate it a lot. I hope to see you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll see you guys then. Take care. Peace. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. It really helps with the algorithm. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a new upload. Also, follow me on Twitch if you haven't yet. All the links are in the description below. Come say hi, hang out during streams. I hope to see some of you guys over there. Anyway, peace.